Hey everybody, Bright Hurricane. Today on Facebook I posted that I was going to be making a video about grief. And I figured it'd be a good time for that since I've been posting a lot about fitness and physical health and not much about mental health like I said I was going to do. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Grief affects all of us differently, and there's a whole lot of science and studying behind it, and I am an expert by no means. But I know how grief has affected me. Back in early 2008, I lost somebody that I really loved a lot. And it was the older brother of my best friend Will. And that was really hard. I closed myself off, kind of, I guess you'd say, and I tried not to mourn very much. And then later that year in July, I lost my stepdad. And I didn't realize it until I went down there well, by there I mean I went to LA to see my mom and my stepdad. And I was going there under the impression that I was going to be celebrating his birthday with him. And when I got there, it was his birthday, but he was already dead. He was an LAPD detective and he had died trying. He died. I'm not going to go into much more detail than that. Um, and he died a day before his birthday. And it was rough on my mom. I didn't show a lot of emotion at the time because I was not aware that he was my stepdad and just a whole lot of stuff. But I didn't see at the time how it affected my mom. What I saw was this strong woman. She didn't cry much. She was getting things done in regards to the funeral, and she had to be the one to take him off life support because if it would have been left up to his parents, he would still be on life support. He'd still be in a vegetative state and physically suffering. And it was so much for her to take on, and she just stayed strong through all of it. And looking back, I can see how the grief affected her. There would be times when I would walk in and she wouldn't know that I was there and she'd just be staring off. And I would catch a glimpse of her face and it was just this empty and heartbroken look. And I wish I would have known what to do at the time to help her. But I didn't even know how to process this grief for myself because she was trying to be strong. I was trying to be strong. And it was just really hard. And I don't think I ever mourned him properly until recently when she passed away. And that there's a whole lot of feelings. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of feelings of betrayal and a whole lot of stuff. And 2 years later, I'm still not over it. And I don't think I'm ever going to be over it. She was the only person in my life for a long time that cared about me. And it's the the anniversary of her death was just back in February. And the sad thing is, unless that anniversary falls on one of my scheduled days off, I will probably never be able to take that time off. So it's a pretty hard day for me to go through. And I think I did pretty good this year. One of my coping mechanisms is to wear makeup so I don't cry because I think, oh, I spent all this time putting on makeup. So, I can't cry because I don't have to wash it off and all that stuff. And it's weird trying to rationalize things like that. And you never think of things that you have to do. And I never thought that she would die. She'd been through so much and lived. It's still shocking. And I still hold on to a hope that, oh, she's not really dead, when I know that she is. And I don't think that pain is ever going to go away. I don't know if it'll ever stop hurting as much, or if I'm not going to think about it every day. And I can see the effects that it's had on me in the last 2 years. It's like I'm so focused on that, because not only am I finally grieving for her, I'm grieving for my stepdad, I'm grieving for the love of my life that I lost. And it's just everything is finally just hitting me at once. And it sucks. I've tried to go through, you can't force yourself to go through, well, I can't force myself to go through the 5 or 6 stages of grief, whichever it is. And the changes that I've noticed in myself are, I have a lot of trouble concentrating. My health, I think, started to go down quite a bit. I stopped taking care of myself. I really stopped caring about myself. And there was, there still are periods of time where I just wish that I would die so I could be with them. And that's so far how I'm going through grief. I have met some friends at the job that I have that they do help that pain go away when I'm around them and when I talk to them. Even if it's just replying to a text message or talking on Facebook, it helps me. It does help numb the pain. And for me, that's the best I can hope for, is just to be numb for a little bit. Because it's always in the back of my head, and hopefully one day I'll be able to move past all that, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just, it's hard losing people that you love, and sometimes it takes a while to hit you. It was hard for me to cry when I first found out. I was just in so much shock, and as the years have gone by, it just feels like it's getting worse and worse. And I'm hoping that one day it'll be better. And some people, they cry right away. And, it seems like, okay, they go on, and weird things, um, weird things trigger it. Like, my mom, she loved to use coconut and all these tropical scents. And I use candles and stuff like that to remember her, but it's also hard to remember her. And every once in a while, I'll smell somebody that wears the same cologne that my stepdad did, or the same cologne that Michael did. And it just brings a lot of memories back. But all the memories that I have are good memories. And that's what I need to stay focused on for myself, is remembering the good times to help me get over the bad times that I'm in. But that's what grief is like for me. It's a constant battle to try to numb the pain. And luckily, I haven't done drugs or alcohol or anything. I have started working out, which it helps. It helps me feel different. And of course, talking to the friends that I've made at work, that helps a lot and helps me smile. So, thank you guys, if you're watching, for helping me get through the day. Even if you guys don't really know it, because I have a hard time expressing myself, and it's a lot easier to do it this way. So I'm not face to face and get all flustered and say weird stuff, because everybody that knows me knows I am chock full of weird, sometimes gross information. But I want to thank you guys for putting up with me. So, if anybody has some grief that they're going through that they would like to talk about, you can comment down below. This is going to be going up on my Facebook page, Bright Side of Health, and you can comment on there. Or you can shoot me an email at keepmegrounded@gmail.com. And if you want your story shared but anonymously, or if you just want somebody to talk to about what you're going through, I can talk to you. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you, and if there's any way that I can help you, I will. And you know what? It will get better. It's not going to be right away. It might not be a year from now. It might not be 5 years from now. But eventually it does, and it will get better. So everybody have a good night. Here it's almost 1 in the morning, and I need to go to bed so I can wake up and do all kinds of important adulting and all that kind of jazz. So have a good night, everybody, and I will see pretty much probably everybody that watches this at work tomorrow. Maybe, probably. I don't know. I'm rambling now, so bye.